studio guests in the studio, Rena and Keili in the only to the flag bearer now the National Grand Coalition NGC Party. Good morning, welcome to the program, Mr. Keili.
Good morning, Ahmed.
Yes, I'll be congratulating you earlier on. So this comes as a surprise to you for make Dr. Keili and pick you as in one mate for going to the 2018 elections.
Not really, but running mate now the prerogative of the presidential candidate before choose anybody else. I don't say a hard worker, but whatever been for happen, and not been for vex up for still be member of NGC. It not come as a surprise to me anyway.
Right. So now, team we wanna be on the work towards because plenty of people don't see this from the day when they the alliance. Tell me don't reach like when we don't form this team.
Well, the thing we're funny about that, funny enough, me and Dr. Keili not ever discussed that. And the last time I've been there, I say I go NGC with no preconditions. I go there because I give me reasons why I go there. I work very hard. We'll not discuss anything about running mate. He obviously now get the prerogative for choose in consultation with members of the trustee council. After some time, he make that decision. So I don't go in with any preconditions. But the fact that he appointed me and me they work very well together, so I'm not really surprised.
From 2010-11, we began at the SLPPA. You don't contest for lead and contest the national election as presidential candidate.
Yes.
Now you want as vice presidential candidate.
Yeah.
You know how you take this personally.
Leadership now, one green person you forget them. Even the last time we been team up in 2012. 19 aspirants who are third. I work very well with the winner. I mean, when you believe in democracy, for Greece, if they say no to you, you for work with the person who win. I'm that kind of person. So the fact that the other person they lead, I go support that person there. Waiting I believe in the values where the organization stand for, the ideals where it stand for, and what you able to do for the people of Sierra Leone. So it really don't matter to me at all.
So what did they bring to the ticket?
A lot to the ticket. Well, first of all, I bring 40 years of experience of working in this country in both the public and private sector. I bring working experience in the north, east, southwest, all over this country, in the mining sector, infrastructure sector. I bring a lot of policy experience in various sectors, mining, electricity, infrastructure, other side. I'm a member of the private sector. I do we own company, or the run, so I know about private sector issues. I do a lot of wide-ranging things in philanthropic organization, religious organizations. So I'm basically very national in character, working in various facets of governance and knowing about issues in Sierra Leone and working in various areas with integrity, well known for what I stand for. So I bring a lot to the table. And the fact that, because in politics, obviously we come from the various demographic areas. Dr. Keili come from the north, me come from the east, but apart from that, we all work in different areas. So I bring a lot to the table politically.
With all the experience that we talk about, why people are still not see you like that kind of politician will go for, gather that kind of support?
Well, I'm not team up for flag bearer, so it's not the academic question you asked actually. Because I come into the NGC, I'm not team up for flag bearer. Dr. Keili stands for flag bearer. I win, I support him. They appoint me as running mate. So not to all man with the team up. I mean, when you consider the number of people that working team up for flag bearer, now only one person get for win. Recently, we see other party that team up with up to 28 candidates. SLPP at one time, before we get 19 candidates, recently they get 12 candidates. Even recently with NGC, they get 3 candidates. So now only one person will get for win. So it doesn't mean because you know to that one person, therefore you are a failure. It can be say people and get reason for choose that person and if you're ready for accept that.
We come back to Keili again. We are the one next to the presidential candidates now the NGC party. Now we don't talk about you, which you plan for bring and how you will help in the campaign for the NGC presidential candidates. Now we're waiting on our plans after we did appoint you. Waiting at the next move.
Well, we plans basically for make what may happen before now the presidential aspirant, now I mean they do moving around and talk to people and espouse the views about the party. Obviously, I go assist them in this venture. The country big, I go concentrate a lot on the southeast. We'll continue the plans we'll get as a party for campaign. We'll get our own strategy in terms of reaching out to various stakeholders. Then we'll continue with that. We obviously been on the field and we candidate them for the various local council elections. We fill in about 95% of the available seats that we're there. With the work on getting we MPs there in place now, with the work on with campaign strategy, we get various volunteers that we don't come, both local and external. They work on manifesto, various things that number we linked with the electoral process. But just that now we get a full team, not only the presidential aspirant and the running mate, but a campaign manager, strategist, various sub-campaign managers, various groupings of people. Basically a holistic structure for make the campaign run seamlessly.
Some people always don't they say even on social media say the NGC now SLPP 2. And even when they appoint you, right, somebody right now Facebook said that they just don't conclude and say NGC now SLPP 2.
I can laugh when I can say that. There are various people within NGC. There are people who come from SLPP, obviously. There are people who come from APC now, waiting into NGC. Most of the diasporans, then when you talk to them, if you take a poll at the diaspora, a lot of them are NGC. A lot of the youths, them, they gravitate towards NGC. A lot of professionals, when you talk to them, they are supporting NGC, even if not very overtly, then they can't tell you say supporting NGC, even if not very overtly, then they can't tell you say they give a lot of support. I mean, the amount of text them and calls them when me don't get since they appoint me as running mate been surprising. Some people that we me don't know say ever day into politics are coming towards NGC. So then they make that mistake, they say NGC now just SLPP Mark 2, version 2, a mistake then they make. Yes, there are people within the way in the SLPP, that is true. But it is not SLPP 2.
Mr. Keili, when you look at previous elections, the voting pattern, and say the way people don't they support political party them, you they see say now the two main political party them when the SLPP and the APC, then get people, then get supporter them, where people don't they refer to as this not traditional supporter them, this not traditional voter. No matter how you do, then go always support one party political party. The NGC new, and most of when are waiting at the NGC, just like what Ahmed say, now people will be done day at the Salone People's Party. For long I go sell the ideology of the NGC. Waiting at the message, you wanna go to them people have to change the love or the support so they don't get for them two party there.
First of all, I'm not subscribed to what you say. In the 1996 election, other people have come out, we should say not only the two traditional parties then get strength. When Charles Magai came first time with the PMDC, he to the SLPP in the southeast. We should say person can come with a message, we can make people and change. So I don't believe in that. I believe, say, yes, it is true that the parties then divided by regions, but if you bring a message, we resonate with people. As I did tell you, 58% of the voting population are youths. It's resonating with them. They want change. They want a change in their status. A lot of people, professionals, we're not satisfied with what they go on. They want a change in direction of the country. So I believe, say, it depends upon the message you preach. If you preach, obviously, a message of tribalism or regionalism, of course, then they probably will resonate in certain areas. Oh yes, that is why we have two good messengers. I mean, not only we, quite apart from the messengers that we get, people, the messengers, not only the leaders. Dr. Keili is a fantastic messenger. I see the way youths then they gravitate towards and when we go now like Keili, when we go Daru, when we go Shegwema, when we go Baima, I see the way youths that they gravitate towards them.
Concerning some people, yes, now we doing on a message on they criticize APC and the SLPP where at some point on also be that spark for it.
You can be within a system, you be a consensus objector. I was in SLPP. I believe in team for being a team player. I don't believe in criticizing system where they in. I would try as much as possible make the system work. You know, say I try my best within SLPP from where I first came up for flag bearer for 2012 election. It did not work. This last time I supported the winner. This last time we stand again. You know, there are lots of problems. I don't want to revisit that, but I come here and explain why I was leaving. And you can be within a system, that system may not work, and you get the right for leave. That doesn't mean that you're not for criticize.
Mr. Keili, politics is all about base, and this political base, for me to name you as the running mate to Dr. Yunkela, people don't they say and say you base na the east and Kenima to be specific, and this particular side again where people only consider saying and Keili in base this. Now one where the Salone People's Party in the SLPP now one of them stronghold, and most people only predict say if self votes then get for commodity, they get for B like on the share.
First of all, I'm not being tell you say me base like Kenema. Me base very wide. I born at the east, born at Keili, and then my parents and come out. I go school na Kenema, I go school na Bo. Most people always sabi me self, they take me like bottom person. I worked in Sarah Rutal Wedding and Moyamba in Bond District for 15 years of my life. So I got a very wide base. But yes, my base now in the East. That is quite true. The East, people only consider them as traditionally an SLPP area. But I tell you, from we visit where me and Dr. Yunkela pay to Keili, it's resonating with people. And now people are glad to say, well, at least you don't also get a running mate to come up from that area. But not only for that, I think say, the message we they preach, especially to the young people, it's resonating.
Still at the studio we get Andrew Keili, we na the running mate to the NGC party, and it don't they talk plenty thing about plans and this morning and how they plan for win the 2018 election as a party. Mr. Keili, plenty of una we been come out na the Salone People's Party and join the NGC. Una people them where they support una during the time where una be there na the SLPP. Don't they identify una, or don't they say to una say una na traitor to the SLPP?
Well, it's not quite true. Not all people that will be in the support with me moved into NGC with most of the people will be in the support me. The day I move with about 108 officials, chairmen, women's leaders, and from various parts of the country will resign. They're still there with me. Dr. Yunkela move, he get a lot of people that will move with them. There are other members of the NGC will move. People that left within SLPP, as far as me concerned, I still get a lot of friends within SLPP. We just get difference of opinion in how we approach things. And the surprising thing is when they appoint me as running mate, I'm not going to name names, I get two top SLPP people that will call me and congratulate me. We don't get any problem. I don't get problem with anybody. And I think, say, political party in a voluntary organization, I believe, say, if you're not happy with society you want for move, that is your prerogative.
So
I don't get problem.
The issue of one of don't they come up plenty political commentators, and there is a possibility, say, according to some people, if one can't tell who side na the possible option. I don't think about that in our strategy.
I mean, we're going to an election with strategy now for win first round, definitely. Well, it's quite possible. It's a high percentage, but it's not impossible. The kind of support where they see from various sources, I'm a little bit surprised. The last time we were even go
to the question,
yes.
In case we not win and we have to make a decision, as in the case of Charles Marais 2007.
Well, you know, that kind of hypothetical question can be difficult to answer because there are various scenarios. We may not win. It's possible APC may not win. It's possible SFP may not win. So it depends. Obviously, second round that the people.
Why they part of one?
Well, obviously, we go down think about various strategy, various scenarios, and what's going to happen with the election strategy.
We look at message them and comments on our Facebook page. The first one we will take from Mohamed Rojas on Facebook. Say, good morning, Radio Democracy. Please ask Mr. Andrew Keili his relationship with his people and his community as number 9 section where he's staying as politics starts from your locality. Really, please tell Mr. Keili that him and his likes have been in the SLP for decades and did not change. He is there talking about change when they themselves have not changed the habits of defecting from one political party to the other. Magna Coalition Service Missing. This was like, how can you bring change with the same old politicians? If this is change, you intend bringing disappointed from Abdullahi Nabo. More messages. This one say, what baffled me most is hearing NGC members shouting, but Salone first. How is voting NGC putting Salone first when 90% of its members are disgruntled and failed politicians from other political parties?
This other one they say, Mr. Keili, is this the core values you were crying for when leaving the SLPP to become a running mate? This one from Zizi Zaira Mans on Facebook page, they say APC na the only party we don't change Salone and we get for change and more. Mr. Andrew Keili, majority carries the vote. Salone been there nada, but now we thank God for the good government of His Excellency. This one from Abubakar Content on Facebook page, they say diaspora are social media voters. Some of them are planning to go back home through the NGC.
This one says, Mr. Andrew Keili, I wish you good luck, but I believe you have to care while will come back to the SLP. SLP is your party from Isa, Kaindane, and Planting. The last message you would say before Kawas, we get and say, Mr. Keili, congratulations for being chosen as one mate under the AGC. Mo Lisa Namakini send a message. Well, from the message, so we come over to request for comment.
Mr. Keili, so much message and come for in the program. Quickly, we just respond to the key one then.
Okay, somebody asked me what's not my relationship with people na number 9. What's that? I mean, as somebody wherever the community where they not about politics. I always get along very well with people. I surprised day before yesterday when they make some big party for me. They welcome me and glad for me where they make me running mate. So it's very good. Honorable Isata Kabia, my friend, and I get a lot of respect for him. I don't go in constituency before, we don't work together. I think they're a very decent person and good professional person. The SLPP, somebody say we come on SLPP, therefore we're not going to change. Somebody else mentioned saying all politicians are not going to bring change. You know, most changes then come from people that we get passion about something. They can be within a system. That system not a work, they try to bring about change. So that's not true at all. If you take the history of like US, the Warren Court, people that will bring about so much changes in civil rights movement that people have been done within the system. So you can change from within the system. NGC, somebody say, we say put Salone first, but you know, we get for unveil a manifesto this now. You go see what they do for youth, what they do for women, what they do for various sectors. And you go see say they're very, very different from what they happen now. Somebody say no single party no go able to challenge the 2 existing parties. I think I'd already addressed that. That person they think very, very traditional. Things don't they change in this country. Somebody say, oh well, the best government are APC. If not be APC, for don't join them. Somebody asked me yesterday, what do you mean by change? I said, I'm not going to define change for you, but I go ask you the following questions. You satisfied with what they happen now with the economy? You satisfied with Salone being called one of the hungriest countries in the world? You satisfied with what they go on with your educational system? You satisfied with what they go on with health system? The young people that we they now we don't sit to ask, we don't get any hope for even go college or pay college fees, or we come out college. We hordes of them they meet me every day, they ask for jobs. You come out college, you get certain departments, and we get about 20 graduates where they come out. I know if a particular department where for 2 years now and only 2 of them will get a job. You satisfied with that? And they say no. I say, well, any government where they can with something where they address their issues, and they now change the bring come. That is why now we own manifesto will go put out all the issues them and wait till they go get forgot about their issues. Then they somebody say we must go back APC, SLPP, me and Kande. You know, me not left SLPP because of position. I left SLPP because of principles. And I think SLPP get one of the best mottos that where you can think about. One country, one people. That is what we stood for. inclusiveness. We seem to have lost that, and that makes some of we left them. So I know they just grab and go some side. And where can some side are they in for make the system work? It may not work perfectly, but as a member of that system, they will go make sure say we work on and for make what we stand for work.
Mr. Keili, most people don't predict if the NGC wanna win the March 7 elections and wanna come into governance, on a governance structure get for be that kind way, like that kind educated people, them space for the ordinary man no go there.
You know, people then they make mistake about one thing. They see NGC, the people that were there before, a lot of educated people and so on. But what in the fail for realize, we also get a lot of masses them we not that fortunate for be educated. We also get a lot of people them way they in various status then alive, where they support we. The leadership of SLPP, if you look the people that we put now as councillors, a lot of them are young people, a lot of them are traders, a lot of them they have various kinds of professions. So the NGC is not an elitist party. When we even come for field with MP candidates, you're going to be surprised at the number of normal, hard-working people we get support in the areas where they team up for NGC. So it's not an elitist party.
So what do you look for this somebody symbol?
Obviously,
no,
no. We get criteria. We get our own criteria. Obviously, you get to fulfill the criteria we neck lay down. But you they apply. You show me what you don't do in a particular area, what you stand for, your passion for the country, the kind of support where you get, and so on. If you indicate, say, you get support in a particular area and you fit the bill, we will give you the symbol.
So the one they want don't give symbol so far for councillor, chairman, and self the mayor, they want to award the NGC symbol to particularly one that Freetown.
Yes.
How who's kind of confidence on again then say they go really able for win them particular seats there for the NGC?
Make I tell you something. We want for win the Freetown mayorship, one for win a lot of the key district chairmanship then. If NGC right now, where you judge from the polls and independent polls, the way you don't see, if we seem to be ahead in many polls in Freetown, why can't we be ahead in the mayoral race? So why can't we get parliamentary seats?
Internet and most people already participate.
No, the polls not to internet. No. There are many polls who are not to internet. They are independent polls, we're not based on the internet. We're actually based on actually going to communities and interviewing people.
Most people don't they say the NGC and internet supporter they want to get. It's not only one.
Yeah, we get internet supporters, but that don't mean say we not get non-internet supporters. We have a lot of non-internet. If you go Kitchum, you go Keili and Usa will get people them. You go Kenema and what? None of the internet supporters and they do.
Continue for the weekend of the program and Keili big on it made for the NGC, Mr. Keili. You from where there this morning, plenty of una supporter them don't they listen to you and safe. Plenty don't they send message. Talk to una you supporter and now they listen to you as the NGC running meet and safe the one them way no convince it for buy the ideas of the NGC.
Well, to the supporters I say una support for NGC not misplaced. Many people been the look at we like a new party, like say will not stand a chance. I would tell when I say from the tour that we me and Dr. Keili don't make around the country, there is a lot of support. So not to una no more, una stand united, we stand united. Una no say not to una no more you touch one, you touch all. We all live together in the country. We get a lot of support. The plans that we don't make, we don't know how we want to do electioneering. We just stick to it. I think the victory is ours. For the one that we not can NGC it, then they say, oh, change, now old politician. Them NGC is not about old politicians. NGC is a movement. You get a lot of people that way they in, not just the leaders, but even people that we don't come in like volunteers for change. All them small groupings and we don't come in with passion. Now we all they move together, not to just leadership. So let we all work together for victory.
All right, thank you very much. And Keili only met for the National Grand Coalition. For we come at the program this morning, we hope say we'll continue for the get you as and when necessary.